So now let's look at the sine ratio. The sine ratio for our right angle triangle is going to be the opposite side over the hypotenuse. So sine x equals opposite over hypotenuse, or O over H. And sometimes you'll hear it referred to as SO, because that's the letters of our mnemonic. So we're going to find the height H in this triangle, where we know that the hypotenuse is 11 centimeters because it's opposite our right angle. And we're looking for H, which is the height of our triangle with an angle of 34 degrees. So we know what we're looking for, the opposite side. We know what sine is, it's 34 degrees, and we know what our hypotenuse is, it's 11 centimeters. So our second example is looking for the height of this flagpole. The support rope is 11.7 meters long, and the angle between the rope and the ground is 70 degrees. So we're looking at using the sine ratio at the moment. So we know that the opposite side is the height of the flagpole. So it's the side opposite our 70-degree angle. So we've got the sine of 70, which is our angle, and we've got the hypotenuse, which is 11.7 meters. So sine 70 is going to equal opposite over hypotenuse, and that is going to be h over 11.7. We're going to multiply both sides by 11.7 to isolate h, and so h equals 11.7 times sine 70. And that is h equals 11 meters. So the height of the flagpole is 11 meters. So when we're looking for a missing angle using the sine ratio, we need to think about the sides that we've been given. So we've been given the hypotenuse, h is 9 meters. We've been given our opposite side, so the side opposite our angle of x degrees is 6 meters. And we're looking for the ratio sine x this time. So sine x equals opposite over hypotenuse. So sine x equals 6 over 9, and we can simplify that to 2/3. So to find the angle x, we're going to take our sine ratio of 2/3, and we're going to press the shift key, the sine key, which will give us arcsine or the inverse sine in order to calculate the angle, and then we're going to enter 2/3 with our fraction button. If you don't have a fraction button, you can open brackets 2 divided by 3 close brackets, or you can work out what 2/3 is and use your answer button, and then we're going to press equals. So x is going to be the inverse sine or arcsine of 2/3, and that gives us an angle of 41.8 degrees to 1 decimal place. So if we want to find the angle of the ramp up to this cruise ship, we are going to use our sine ratio. So our sine x is opposite of our hypotenuse. The opposite was 10 and our hypotenuse was 20. So sine x is going to equal 10 over 20, or we could simplify that to a half. And then x degrees is going to be the inverse sine of 10 over 20, and that's going to give us an angle of 30 degrees.